I'm Dr. Tina J Ramsay, the host of the Tina Ramsay Show, powered by CTR Media Network. And we are reaching 350 million households worldwide, bringing you some of the best of the best. And right now we're on location at Breaking the Barrier Conference, and we have the visionary in the building, none other than Nakisha Smith. And I am so excited. Her event has been so amazing thus far, with bringing some of the most impactful entrepreneurs to give us insight to help us break the barrier. So what made you decide to name it Break the Barrier, number one, and why do you do what you do?
Okay, so we have a different name each time, but the real name is Closing the Gap. So Closing the Gap is basically closing the gap between business and life. A lot of people don't realize that when you start a business, you have to understand life too. So you can't start a business and life all over the place, because guess what? Business gonna be all over the place. So that's how Closing the Gap started. It started from bridging the gap between, and this conference was breaking the barrier, because a lot of times we have to break that barrier of fear and all those different things that's holding us back from being the best entrepreneur we can be.
I 100% agree with you, because it's usually a gap between the next level. So, and you need someone that can actually fill that gap, and this conference actually does that, because like I said, she bring in some of the best just all around. But right now we're in South Carolina, baby, so good things be happening over here. But tell me a little bit about your business, because I've been watching her for years, right? And she is not new to this, honey. She is true to it. So please tell the people about your amazing magazine and what it actually stands for.
Okay. So my business is SOMCZ. It stands for Stepping Out My Comfort Zone. So I know everybody be like, how did you come up with that name? That name had to be it, because I literally had to step out of my comfort zone to be this boss. As you notice, I'm country. Okay. So that was one of my barriers, because in college, my professor said one day, he was like, you are very intelligent, you can present well, but if you could only change your accent. So that stuck with me. And then when I went off to get my master's, the other professor said the opposite. So I'm like, he was like, your accent literally is going to catch millions, because you don't change how you speak. You are you. And he said, I love that. So I was like, okay, here we go. Now it's time to be me. And that was holding me back for so long. So when I started coaching, that was one of the things I always be transparent about. You're going to hear this country accent, okay? I know how to speak. I can use big words. I'm very intelligent, but I'm country. So, but SOMCZ magazine was a magazine started basically to market business owners across the world. And we're actually everywhere now. We're everywhere, and we're actually going to Africa in July. So we'll be in Liberia in July. Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations, you guys. Not only do I know about her magazine, I have had the privilege of being featured in one of her magazines as well. So it's an amazing magazine, so make sure that you check it out. But in regards to entrepreneurship, you have had the experience of helping so many different type of entrepreneurs. So in your coaching, which listen, this lady here got receipts of the progress of her students. So what are some of the things that as entrepreneurs you would think when we get a coach should be like the first thing that we should do, or one of the first things you tell your students to do? Because like I'm country too, and I have heard some of the same things that you heard, and then I'm like, I'm not changing. It's too much work. So if I was coming to you for coaching services, what would be one of the first things? Do you have to break down the mindset first, build a little confidence, or do you just start from square one?
It actually depends on each client. So the thing about me that makes me different as a coach, I don't have a criteria all in one. I get to know you personally. I need to know your life. And I tell people all the time, I'm going to be nosy. I'm a psychology major, okay? So I'm going to get to know your business, because I need to know you to be able to build you. So I need you to come in my office, and I need you to sit on my black couch, and I need you to be real with me. I need you to tell me what's your fears, what's not your fear. and then we'll go from there. But as the business part, I got to know you personally first. And then as the business part, we start off with your business plan, because if you don't understand your mission, you don't understand your vision, we can't go any further. You don't understand where you want to go in this journey, we can't do anything else. And a lot of times people start backwards. They like the branding first. They want to be pretty and get congratulations and claps, and I'm like, nah, but what you gonna do after that? So we start from the beginning.
I love that, because you have to build a strong foundation in order to truly scale up your business. Because if you start, like you said, at the end first, you're going to notice when you are scaling up, you're going to have a lot of problems. You have to start back over. So with everything that you're actually doing in regards to community, I see when I watch you that community means a lot to you. So, and I also see how you're passing it along to the younger generation. So what made you decide? Because, hey girl, whoop, whoop, she just gave out a scholarship, honey. So let's talk about your foundation, your scholarship, and how you're helping not only us, adults as entrepreneurs, but you really put a special interest in our young people. So tell me a little bit about that.
So our nonprofit really stemmed from my daughter. She told her story on Nakisha radio show, but at 11 she faced depression due to family issues, and she tried to commit suicide. So we did counseling, we went to therapy, and the therapist told her to find something she liked to kind of ease her. So lip gloss started it. And she always told me since the 5th grade, Mom, I'm not going to college. College is not for me. So I'm like, okay, she's dead serious, because it trickled. Like every year she kept saying to Mom, I'm not going to college. She would do nothing in school that dealt with college. So I'm like, okay, this girl ain't going to college for real. So she took on everything that she asked me to do. I would just invest in it. So we started with lip gloss, and then she started doing makeup. And as we know now, she a bad makeup artist at 18. So she started doing makeup, and then so from her, it made me say, okay, how many other kids don't want to go to college but may not have the funding, or they have a gift and they want to use it to be able to help to fund their college? So with the young lady we gave the scholarship, she's actually in 11th grade. So she actually will graduate from nail tech school before she even graduated from high school. So she'll be a nail tech by September of this year. And so she can utilize that to be able to fund and have extra money while she's in college, because she's going to college. So it's not just for kids that don't want to go to college. It's for all types of kids, because I run into all the different scenarios. Like, I want to go to college, but Mommy and Daddy really don't have it like that. So now here's this extra skill you got. Because remember, we was in Career Center, they never told us we can go and out and own a business and what we were doing. It was always you do it and then go to college. So what if we knew back then that we could take this career that we did for 3 years and turn it into a multi-million-dollar business? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what we're pouring into our youth now.
Oh, I absolutely love it. And the look on her face, I have a soft spot for children, honey. Yeah, and I was just like, wow. And the fact that you're giving children options. And many times with us, we didn't have options. You go back, you just do what was considered what the atypical normal pathway was. And the fact that you're letting the children know at a younger age, hey, you have options, and empowering them so that they can be financially stable, self-aware, and be able to really create other opportunities for other people, and really building legacy in a way that we didn't have the opportunity to build at their age. I mean, they can be retired at 25 years old, going somewhere on the island. So thank you for everything that you're doing there. And I heard you say that you need to get personable. You need to get to know your students first. So you're going to get a little in the business. That's what you say. You got to get a little bit in business, just a little bit, so she can help you build you personally, and most of all, scale, because you can't really help a person truly without knowing different facets about them. And so you need to be open to the journey. And number 2, I heard you say your big black couch. So does that mean that you have an office that we can go to on location?
Yes, I do. I'm actually located in Lexington, so I have a full circle. My commercial, I did do a commercial, and it has everything. So I have an office, I have a classroom, I actually have a content room. So I have a content room for if you want to come podcast, if you want to come YouTube, if you want to just come take pictures. We got the photographer put different stuff around the wall, and then my daughter is the makeup artist in there. So we have a full circle of everything a business owner need in one space.
Now she know I love the power of podcast. FYI, you can get the book on Amazon. Yeah, a shameless plug. Now, did you just say that podcasters and content creators can come rent? Do you offer renting? Okay, tell people.
So you can actually just contact me. I actually have a price list, and it's very inexpensive. One thing I believe in is not breaking your pockets before you start making money. So we actually offer, and with coaching, you actually can come in as long as I'm in the office to be able to do it. And I normally tell people to do it after hours because I have a tattoo guy beside me, and they very loud. So I would tell you to come in after hours, but the door is always open. You just let me know, any business owner, to be able to get what you need.
And so with that, do everyone have to bring their own equipment, or so is the room like, do we have to bring a background, different stuff like that?
You can bring a background, but there are different backgrounds across the wall. So like, we have one that look like you're in Paris, we have one that look like you're on a walkway, and then we have a plain background, and we're actually going to put a green screen back there. So we do have the pull-up green screen to put back there, so you can be able to add the effects or whatever you want on there. I'm not sure if y'all been watching my live, but that's where I was when I was on the gray couch. I think I did Spin the Wheel Tuesday. Yeah, that's where I was. I was in the content room. So we put a couch in there as well, so that they can sit on the couch, because we're about to start YouTubing again.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I will be watching. Okay, and so I'm so excited about everything that I hear that you're doing, all the things that you have done. I want to also give you your flowers while you're here. Many times, because we pretty much started around about the same time, and there are not too many of us left that started when we started. And so the fact that I see you not only growing but scaling and doing so many amazing things, I just want to thank you for being a pillar over here in South Carolina with your Southern twang representing. Yeah, we do it too. Okay, so listen, you guys, if you didn't learn anything from this interview, be yourself, be authentic to yourself, and don't let anyone change you. You have that vision, that mission, push forward. And if you're looking for visibility, before we go, because you're very good at visibility, and tell us why visibility is so important for business owners.
Because it will grow your company. Transparency is the biggest thing. I always tell people, when people get to know you, they fall in love with you, and then they fall in love with your company. A lot of people think it's the other way around. You can have the most amazing products, you can have the most amazing service, but if you stink, your products stink, your services stink. If that makes sense. So you have to be lovable. You have to, and that's why I tell people, be visible, because people may not know who you are, but when they see you, they hear you, they fall in love with you, and then now they're listening to what you have. So that's why visibility is very, very important to me, because I want people to know, if I'm going to build you, you need to know who I am.
That is so true. And so many individuals may be watching, because we're worldwide on the Tina Ramsay Show and CTR Media Network, and they may be saying, I'm not in South Carolina, I want her to coach me. Do you provide coaching services for ones who are not in South Carolina?
We are worldwide. We do Zoom. I just went to Louisiana to meet my client. I had been coaching her for over a year and a half, and I went to celebrate with her. So normally I try to go to the States to meet my people eventually. We were on spring break, didn't even realize my client was in Kentucky, and she was like, you're right around the corner from me. So we met up at the mall, so I got to meet her for the first time, and I had been coaching her for a whole year. So I coach people everywhere.
Well, you guys, so now you see you have an additional resource. We just had the financial person come on, and now we have the business coach with the mostest and with the receipts, baby. She not just saying it. It's not just someone saying just to get a little congratulations and a thumbs up. You're really doing the thing. So thank you for everything that you're doing, and thank you for being the featured guest on the Tina Ramsay Show. Last but surely not least, you guys, I want you to tell everyone where they can connect with you on social media.
So y'all can follow me on my personal page, Nakisha Adams Smith, SOMCZ. Anything about me has that SOMCZ stamped. And then my group is the Power of Networking. That group is where I go live and give nuggets all the time. And if you can't find that, just hit me up on my website, SOMCZ.com.
and she is hashtag facts because I'm in there too. So you guys make sure you go check her out. She is remarkable, and this is just showing you some of the amazing people that we have here in South Carolina that not only operate in South Carolina but worldwide. So if you're looking for this help, they have what you're looking for. So if no one told you this before, you know that I love you and you are worthy. So until next time, I want you to do what? Keep smiling. Talk to you later. Bye.